What's going on, guys? Stribbers here, and welcome to episode 14 of Project Gotham Racing 2 Road to Platinum. So in the last episode we managed to unlock the Classics series, and we did the first race in the Classics series, and we're going to be continuing that series today with a timed run, a street race, a one-on-one and a hot lap. So we'll be kicking things off with a timed run in Barcelona. And we'll be continuing to use the Ferrari 275, and we're picking it in a nice yellow colour there. So 47.350 seconds is the target to beat. 2 laps in this one, a nice little small track. And we start off with a looping right hand bend, which you've got to try not to power slide round, and a very tight island that you have to cut around there. It's a very tight and twisty circuit, this one, but it's all about hugging the inside wall and then obviously using the width of the track as best you can. And then this bit is really important not to power slide because you lose a lot of time, so you've just got to be as smooth as you can whilst also being as quick as you can. That was the only corner that I did screw up slightly. I went a little bit too wide. Coming to the last corner now, taking that nicely, using the extreme limit of the track and completing this race. A very nice quick one, not too bad if you drive smoothly. 47.3 to beat, and we've got 46.6, so nearly 0.7 of a second, so pretty comfortable in the end. And we ranked up, rank 30 now, 15 more Kudos tokens. Very nice indeed. And then we move straight into a street race, and this is still in Barcelona. We're using the 275 for every race today again, and I'll pick, I think that's a duck egg blue, that colour. It looks a little bit like white, but it's got a blue tint to it. So we've got 6 cars in this race, 3 laps. So we'll get past the Toyota, the Porsche and the Ferrari Dino there. And then we've got a little bit harder competition in this race. We've got the E Type and the Lancia Stratos ahead of us, which are the better cars to come up against. See, they're doing these corners nicely, having to get into the slipstream. Don't want to sort of spin them out or spin yourself out. And the Jag did a little bit of a slide there, so a bit of an unconventional overtake around the outside. Tried to cut inside to take the Lancia on the inside, but then the Jag did the same thing to us, so it nearly spun us out, but we managed to get ahead of the Lancia with our better acceleration, screwing that corner up a little bit. So we've just got the Jag to take now, and then he goes very well on that track, in that corner, sorry, so I was able just to slide in front of him to take the lead halfway through the second lap. It's not the longest race, this one, either, so you've got to hurry up with your overtaking. But they are right behind us, so have to take the corners as best we can. On the straight, the Jag is equally as good as the Ferrari, maybe the Ferrari is slightly better as the straight goes on anyway. The longer it goes on, the more we'll pull away. Half a second behind, taking that corner quite nicely. That corner's using the width there, and they're still right behind us. Coming onto this slalom section now. Hit the wall there and then went on 2 wheels, which meant I wasn't able to turn enough, and the Jag just comes on the inside, so if you do an early brake, able to cut on the inside of him there as he goes wide. And that was a close one, but we managed to save it on the last corner there. Clean race as well, position bonus 200, fastest lap as well 2200, but that was quite an entertaining race. I enjoyed that one. 7200 kudos. Jumping into a one-on-one, still in Barcelona. Seems to be a theme with this episode. 275 again. Going for a black colour this time. Surprisingly, this one-on-one is actually against the Porsche 911. As I'll demonstrate on this straight, how much quicker this car is in a straight line. Even though that Porsche does handle incredibly well, it's probably the best handling car in this class. It's no match when it comes to sort of the longer straights. Even though it can keep up around the corners, you're just not going to beat this car if you can drive this car well. So he's keeping up with us there, but then as the straight goes on, we'll just pull away from him slightly. 666, car behind. So there's 2 laps on this one, going on 2 wheels there, hugging the inside, just clipping the barrier. As you can see, the Porsche will catch up a little bit on the corners. You've got to hug this little bend there as well. Very nearly spun out there actually. As I say, this car is very drifty. Then you want to clip the inside of that apex. And there's this sweeping corner out to the straight as well. So we're keeping that distance ahead of him. 1.1 seconds. It's quite standard. Usually keep it around a second. And then hopefully you can go full pelt through there, and hopefully we'll drop him a little bit. See, on the straights we are building up a lead again. Trying not to pass on this bit. I had to correct a little bit, and again, otherwise I was going to start sliding. So if you do start sliding, you can lay off the throttle and turn the opposite direction you need to. So say if we're going around the left hand corner, you turn right a little bit just to correct yourself, and then I hit the barrier there. Not the best corner. And we did lose a bit of speed, and the Porsche is right behind us, identical to the first lap, catches us up on the same bits, and I don't do that corner very well, but just managed to squeeze through. Coming into this sweeping left-hander again cutting the apex there, going right out to the edge of the track, coming into the last corner, and not too bad in the end. If you use this car, you shouldn't have any problems with that race. Just watch out for the twisty turny section, because the Porsche will be right behind you, but you should be able to defend your lead fairly well. And then we're on to the last event of this episode, which is the hot lap. Using the Ferrari again, going for a darker blue this time. 1 minute exactly is what we have to get for this in Edinburgh. Now this is quite a difficult lap again to get. Every lap in Edinburgh, every hot lap seems to be quite difficult. It's a little bit of a complex course, and my previous attempt did that corner a little bit better. Then we equal it there, cut on the inside, try not to spin out. Then there's this tight right hander that we always have in Edinburgh. Got to be nice and smooth through there. Pull it out wide here, cut on the inside there, full throttle down at this bit, and then ease off the accelerator a little bit so you can pull the front end into that section. Full power through there, maybe lay off slightly depending on how you take that. Ease off the accelerator before you get to the hill, so it's nice and smooth through there, and then get this corner. I could have gone a lot tighter there actually, but make sure you pull out the way of that barrier and fly through the end straight. I think that was my best lap actually on a hot lap. That was quite a lot of time that we passed by there. 1.2 seconds, that's unheard of on a hot lap. But we ranked up again, ranked 31, 17 more Kudos tokens, and using this Ferrari in this series is not going too bad at all. So guys, in the next episode we're going to look at the cone challenge, overtake, one-on-one, and another hot lap. Hope you enjoyed it guys. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next episode.